Hello, lovely people. Today I'm going to be sharing a message of encouragement and hope, and my hope is that it encourages you. God has really been putting it on my heart lately to share life lessons, words of wisdom, and revelations that I've made over the years, and especially recently. Something that I've realized as a naturally very giving, loving, empathetic person that operates out of love naturally. I'm a former people pleaser as well, so if you relate to that, maybe this will help you as well. God has been putting it on my heart that because I am naturally that way, there's certain challenges I'm going to face because I am that way. We live in a world that killed a perfect person. We live in a world that, has a lot of hatred, and there's a lot of people that are not operating out of love. And when you naturally exude that kindness, that love, and you exude the love that you embody from God's love, because God is love, you're going to intimidate and frustrate and annoy a lot of people that are not ready to heal, okay? And the reason for that is when you give out love, something that a lot of people don't understand when they don't operate from that wavelength, is that the cool thing about love, and this is something that's so fascinating, and I try to explain it with science, I try to explain it with words, I try to, comprehend it and explain it in a comprehensible way. It's so hard to do because it's just incredible. It's beyond my comprehension even. The amazing thing about love that beats the laws of physics and everything is that when you give love away, it grows. Love is the only thing that grows when you give it away. Okay, it's not like a birthday cake, like, hey, a slice for you, a slice for you. It's not like that. When you give away love, that's actually what makes it love, because you're giving it away. And when you have an endless amount of love within yourself, because you know God's love and you know love and you embody that, you're just an endless supplier of love. So when other people that are loving encounter your love, guess what happens? Endless love. Love for you, love for you. You get some love and you get some love, like freaking Oprah Winfrey, okay? Giving it to everybody, okay? It's everybody's lucky day. Everybody wins, right? But seriously, we don't always remember, but when we give love away, even if we don't feel like we've been loved in the way that we deserve, when we still give without expecting in return, and we love and we treat people with kindness just because that's just who we are, we don't always realize how God uses us in so many powerful, beautiful ways. I was thinking about this, and some of the kindest people go through the hardest challenges and are often the most mistreated, the most abused, the most neglected, the most persecuted people. And why is that? Why is that? Well, God gives the toughest, most challenging battles to his most resilient, strong, and powerful warriors. And that's the way I've been thinking about it, because we are warriors of love. When I think about God's love, it's just this endless love, because God is love. So when I think about everything that I've been through, I see how I still have remained a kind and loving person despite all the abuse, mistreatment, neglect, cheating, whatever happened to me. I don't take that and say, oh, well, I'm bitter now. I say, hey, I went through this. You know what? I learned what I don't want anymore. And I hope and I pray that those people change. And you know what? That person is probably hurting. That person probably needs some love, because they're not exuding that, so they need to receive it. But they don't realize that they can create their own love when they embody it, and when they embrace it, and when they accept it, and they let go of the hate, they let go of the resentment, they let go of the bitterness, and they just accept and embrace kindness and love and generosity and hopefulness and strength and righteousness and power. And I was thinking about how when we face challenges as people that want to live and exude the love of God, you guys, we are going to face a lot of hurt and a lot of challenges. And that's actually proof that we're doing the right thing. I know it sounds so counterintuitive and you're like, Delaney, what do you mean I'm going to face all these challenges? All I'm trying to do is be a good person. Exactly. We live in a world that is fallen, that is filled with hatred. And that's why doing the right thing is often doing the most difficult thing. That's how you know it's often the right thing to do, because it's the most difficult. Think about this. It's so easy to break something, right? But you need to get a specialist or call up, Mr. Fix-It handyman over here to fix it, right? Like a little Miss Fix-It over here, right? It's easy to drop something and it shatters everywhere. Like you break a glass, right? It's so easy because gravity takes over and whoop, it's shattered. It's broken into a million pieces. But it takes time, effort, patience, dedication to glue those pieces of that glass back together, right? Or to melt it back, to form back together, depending on what it is you're fixing, right? When you are a loving person, you don't take the easy way out. You're not lazy. You do the difficult shit. You're like, all right, let me roll up these sleeves. I gotta get some work done, all right? I came here not to play, all right? I came here for business. I mean business. What business are we talking about, you ask? The business of love and kindness. And that's not an easy one. Because I'll tell you, as somebody that has been abused, mistreated, you know how easy it would have been for me to just say, all right, Delaney, well, everybody's treating you bad, so I guess, you can just be the same way, right? You know the expression, hurt people hurt people? I would like to add to that. Hurt people do not hurt people when they are healers and when they decide to heal themselves and they seek to help others heal too. Because guess what? Hurt people don't have to hurt people. Hurt people can help heal people. Hurt people can heal themselves and create more healing for other people because they see what it's like to be hurt and they don't want anybody to go through that. When you're truly a loving person, you don't want anybody to experience the hardship, the pain, the suffering that you experienced. You want to alchemize what you've gone through for good. You want to take it, learn from it, and say, what can I do so that this does not happen to other people? What can I do? What is within my scope of power? Obviously, you can't save everybody. This is an important part, okay? You can't save everybody. You can't fix everything, all right? Little Miss Fix-It suppers over there and people pleasers. Hey, I'm a former people pleaser myself. You can't fix everybody. And some people don't want to be helped. And some people don't want to be saved. And some people do not want to heal, honey. They got to do that for themselves, right? Right. All right, I want y'all to understand that. Something that I've had to learn in my life is that when you embody love, people that do not love themselves and people that do not properly or have not in the past gotten properly loved or do not by other people, and they don't know how to create love for themselves, and they hate themselves, therefore they hate other people, those are the very people that are going to try to be hateful towards you. And actually, they're going to be more so that way because you are so loving, because you are so kind. You have this power, this magnetism about you when you are a giver, when you are a healing person, when you just want to spread kindness. You don't hold any bitterness. You don't hold any hatred. You don't wish, oh, well, I hope they get what's coming to them. Oh, well, I hope they get what they deserve. I hope they get their revenge. No. You're not like that. I'm not like that. Whoever this is connecting to, you know who you are. You know who you are. God has been putting it on my spirit to share that when you live out of love just like God has called us to do. You're so powerful. And because you're so powerful, the things that don't want you to share love, they're going to try to attack you more. It's kind of like the expression, a thief doesn't rob an empty house, right? So you have a heart of gold, all right? You got a freaking heart of gold, a freaking gold mine, okay? You have a beautiful soul, a beautiful heart, a beautiful mind. You're so thoughtful. You're so caring. And when you are that way, I'm talking to people that understand what it's like to be a people pleaser. You know, it took me years to learn not to be that way. People that are kind, that care so much, that have been told you're too sensitive. Does that sound familiar? You care too much. Does that sound familiar? I've been told that my entire life. Or why do you care so much? I don't even know that person. They're a stranger. Why are you going to help them? I don't even know them. Like, more for me. Or like, you know, you could just keep it all for yourself, but you're deciding to share, you know, part of whatever it is you have. You're choosing to be generous. You're choosing to be kind. You know, you're being loving. You're being gentle. You're being patient. You're being forgiving. But you're still being strong, and you're still being firm in your values, and you're still standing for the truth and what is right, even when nobody else is doing that, even when nobody else is watching. That's the thing. You don't do it because other people want to, you know, you want to look good for them. No, you're doing it because you have integrity, because you genuinely care, because you genuinely operate out of kindness. When you are like this, I am telling you, you're going to face some really tough battles. And you know what? Because you have the divine power of God's love on your side, oh, honey, you're invincible. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're going to have some hard days. You're going to be beaten down. In fact, like I said, more than other people because of how powerful you are. Okay, honey? People are going to try to bring you down. I've had to learn this the hard way. But it's because of that great power. It's like the expression, with great power comes great responsibility. 1000%. And there's so many people that because they cannot embody this, well, they can, but they don't know how. Because a lot of people, they're too scared to be loving like you, or they're afraid of getting hurt, or they're afraid of whatever it may be. You're not operating out of fear. You're not operating out of fear. You are operating out of authenticity and bravery, because love is the bravest thing that you can embody. Love knows no bounds. It knows no limits. Okay? The crazy thing about love that just blows my mind, and it breaks all the laws of physics, all the laws of science that you can study. It makes no sense in a comprehensible human sense, right? You have to go beyond that and say, okay, there's something incredibly powerful and divine and endless and infinite here. There's something else at play here. The amazing thing about love is that when you give it away, it just multiplies. Because with everything else, it's like, oh, you know, oh, I'll get a piece of the pie, you get a piece of pie. All right, but by the time it gets to the last person, there's not all that much left, right? It's like, damn it, I wanted some pie too. Like, shit, you're not even sharing with me? It's not like that. Love is actually the complete opposite of everything we've been told about sharing. Like, sharing is caring. Yeah, but like, if I give you more, then that means less for me. No. When you give away love, that means that it's going to multiply more and more and more and more for you and for everybody who is willing to accept it. Now, that's the part. Everybody's responsible for their piece of the pie, okay? And so when you operate out of love and you give love and you treat other people with kindness, you say kind words, you do something kind, you go out of your way to do a good deed for somebody, like the Good Samaritan, you embody that. When you choose to do that, when nobody's watching, you're just doing it because it's the right thing to do, because you know that that's the right thing to do. And that's what you want to do. Your heart desires the right thing. I'm telling you, that love is going to multiply. It's going to be so endless. And the darkness is going to be afraid of your light. Okay? The hatred is going to fear your love and your bravery for living radically in this radical kindness. I'm telling you, I've had to learn this since I was a little girl. I would be treated badly, the more kind I would be. Because people say, oh, what goes around comes around. Well, eventually. But we're going to leave that up to God, right? Yeah, let's leave that up to God, right? We're not seeking revenge. We're not seeking bitterness, resentment, none of that, right? No, we rebuke that. We rebuke that. Vengeance is mine. That's what God says, right? So we're going to leave it up to God and divine justice. But what goes around comes around. We're leaving that to God. But you don't want to get revenge. You just pray and hope that people can become more caring, more considerate, more compassionate, more kind, right? That's your only desire. If you can leave this world a little bit more loving, a little bit more kind, you'll be happy. And I know that this is true about some of the people out there because I know it's true about me, and I can't be the only one. I cannot be the only one who feels this and knows this in my soul. Okay? We make the world a little bit better every time we choose love. Every time we choose to not slam the door on somebody's face just because they did it to us, but say, well, you know what? I'm going to hold the door for myself, and I'm going to hold it for the person behind me because, I just want to. I just want to. Because love, it's the only thing that matters. I mean, think about it. We're all going to die one day. When we are all 7 feet beneath the ground. And I know this sounds morbid, and I can already, imagine some people saying, Delaney, why you got to get that dark? It's not that deep, bro. Well, it may not be that deep for everybody, but that's that deep for me. And I know it is that deep because guess what? It's the truth. It is the truth. We don't have forever on this earth. But while we are here, I want to make it count. And I know that so many of us, we want to make it count. We want to smile at that stranger. We want to give a little bit because we want to be a little generous, even though we don't even have hardly anything. But whatever we have, we want to give it. We want to pay it forward. And then another person hopefully will pay it forward. And then another person will hopefully pay it forward. And then another person will hopefully pay it forward. But guess what? We don't know about that. But what we do know is that we are in control about how we operate in this world. And I choose every day I wake up. Every day, I'm asleep. Delaney is dreaming. I'm asleep. I wake up in the morning. All right, what am I going to do today? I get to make the choice. Am I going to be a kind and loving person and make the world a better place? Or am I going to sit idly or long, not really do anything? Or am I going to be hateful and make the world a worse place? And I choose to take action. And I choose in whatever I do. And I'm not a perfect person. I'm far from it. Everybody is imperfect. Can I get an amen? We're all human, right? Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Okay? Yes. Completely. But guess what? We can't fix everything. We can't save everybody. But we can always do something. And that's the beautiful thing. When we stand in our power and we say, I can make a difference today. I don't care if it's this, or I don't care if it's this. Whatever you can give, it's something. And like I said, with love, that's the crazy part. Again, that's the crazy part about love. Okay? You're not limited to this or this or this. You don't even got to measure it, honey. It is endless. Love is infinite because God's love is infinite. Holy cow, how freaking cool is that, right? What? Sometimes I'm just in awe of the power of God's love because when nobody else understands you, when nobody else gets it, when nobody else is there for you, God's love is always there. And you can choose to accept it. And you can also choose to grow it and spread it to other people. Love is the remedy that can heal any broken heart. It is the remedy that can heal any disturbed mind and any tattered soul. At the end of the day, all of us are broken people. But we can choose whether or not we want to help heal the world or not. And I don't know about you, but sounds like a mighty better option to choose love. Because no matter what has happened to you, no matter who has been unkind to you, no matter who has abused you, mistreated you, neglected you, I am here to tell you, you get to make a choice today. To know that you did not deserve that. You did not deserve all the people that treated you bad, that were not fair to you. You did not deserve that. And nobody else deserves that either. When we operate out of kindness and we pay it forward, no matter what happened to us, we alchemize it, we learn from it, we grow from it, we heal from it, we recover from what we have gone through, and we turn it around and create something beautiful. And we create something inspirational, something comforting, something healing, something with purpose and value. And we stand in truth. And we operate every day trying to make the world a little bit better. I know people say, oh, you're not going to make a difference. Well, if everybody thinks they're not making a difference, then nobody's going to make a difference. If everybody thinks that they can make a difference, we all will make a difference. That's the crazy part. It starts here, and it starts in your soul, your heart, your mind, and your soul. And it all boils down to the soul. Because when these bodies are no longer here, our souls will live on. And we get to choose if we want to continue living in love. And, love is all that matters. Regardless of how much money you have, how much fame you have, how much happiness, because even happiness is fleeting. Yeah, good times come and they go. They always say, oh, the good times fly, right? Or time flies when you're having fun, right? And then the good times seem to last an eternity, right? Like the bad times seem to go on and on. Even happiness is fleeting. But you know what is always constant and infinite? Love. Adoration. Adoration, in whatever form it takes, if it is true and it is good and it is beautiful as it is, and it is authentic, it is the most powerful force in the entire universe. And with love, we have so much power. And without it, we have nothing. So I want y'all to know, if you are different and you just want to love people, even people that don't love you, even people that have been hateful to you and actually hate you for no reason. They have hatred in their heart and their minds and their souls, and they need to heal that. Only God can truly heal. Only God's love. And when we live that out day by day, we're making a difference. So it was worth being called weird. It was worth being called strange. It was worth being called all those other names I was called. If I can just make an impact. And I know that I do in everything I do, because I know how I operate and what I operate in. And, as a mother especially, I think about my children. I think about, I have a son whose birthday is actually today. And I have a daughter. And I want them to know that their mother's biggest goal, their mom's biggest goal, was to teach them love. If nobody can learn anything else from me, if none of my words matter to anybody other than this one message, if I could pick one thing that when I die, people remember me by, I want it to be that I wanted to spread as much love as I possibly could while on this earth in this lifetime. Because that's all that matters to me. I want all of you to know that if you feel misunderstood or you feel like you're different, I want you to know that God is setting you apart for a reason, and that your mission is to love, and your mission is to be true to you. Be true to yourself and who God made you to be, which is a beautiful soul capable of so much more than you could ever realize. And every day I hope that you grow more and more in knowing that you're worthy of the same love that you're willing to give. You deserve it too, and it will come back to you. Accept it to you too. And again, with love, what goes around, comes around, flows. And with love, it's only going to keep growing and growing and growing and growing and growing an infinite amount until there's a surplus and you're just basking in it. I mean, there's a whole freaking water full of love over here, okay? Just a whole universe of it, okay? Whole explosion of love, okay? Again, love for you, right? Love for everybody. But I know it's not easy to choose love sometimes. Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it's not easy. More often than not, actually, it's not always going to be easy, and it's more often than not very difficult, because sometimes we get scared of getting hurt. But I'm here to tell you that when you love and you let love flow through you, to you, out of you, everywhere, guess what? If you do get hurt, that love's going to heal you. Love is the medicine of life. This life, all these challenges that we're facing right now, the only thing that can heal it, and I truly mean this, is when we embrace love. And that starts with loving yourself. So if you're hard on yourself, if you're like, oh, I can't do anything right, oh, I'm not good enough, oh, I don't deserve love, wrong. That is one thing I will call you out for, okay? Because, like, why are you lying, okay? Get out of here with that. Get out of here. Get out. There's the door. No, just kidding. Come back. Right, gather. You do deserve love. You do. And not because you have to earn it. Not because you're doing what everybody wants you to do. Not because your money, your status, your fame, your success, your power, your job, your title, your pedigree. None of that superficial, artificial, temporary, earthly BS. Because, by the way, that really doesn't matter. Like I said, at the end of the day, it doesn't. You're not going to take it with you when you go. None of that defines your worthiness. You're worthy because you exist. You're worthy because God has made you to be a being of love. Okay? So you're already enough. It wasn't a matter of earning it. Oh, like I have to be worthy of it. Oh, well, maybe if I do this, and this, maybe then I'll get love back. Honey, you are the love that you're looking for. I say this as somebody that has been perpetually lonely for the vast majority, if not all, of my life. You are the love that you're looking for. You are enough as you are. And once you realize that, you will start attracting more love, because again, what did I say? When you give love, and that also counts for giving love to yourself, right? Loving yourself. When you give love to yourself, to other people, to everybody, right? Now, have boundaries, right? Like boundaries, love with boundaries. And part of love is having boundaries. When you have that, it is going to come back tenfold. Okay? It's like planting a seed. Think about love like seeds, right? You're planting seeds. You're watering them. The sunshine is hitting them. They are going to grow into a beautiful garden. Okay? And then that garden is going to produce fruit. When you're loving, you are creating fruit of abundance and wonder and magnificence and inspiration. There's not even the words to describe it. when you're doing that, even when you're lonely, even when you have been hurt, even when you are healing from trauma, which I have been there, it'll all make it worth it. It'll make it worth every struggle, every scar that you have, which, by the way, I have so many scars. I have so many stories I could tell y'all. For those of you that know me personally, you know I've been through it. So many times in my life, I didn't think I was going to make it. I didn't see the point of life. And it wasn't until I started to embrace the fact that God made me this way for a reason. And my loving heart is not something to be ashamed of. My imaginative mind that is thoughtful and caring is not something to be ashamed of. My spirit, my soul that feels everything intensely and picks up on things energetically, intuitively, so powerfully, and has a strong sense for justice and what is right and what is true. Yeah, that is there for a reason. And I am this way for a reason, just like you are the way you are for a reason. We're all different puzzle pieces in God's greater picture. We're all here for a reason. And I want y'all to know how loved you are. Because sometimes we all need to hear it. And, you know, life can be really hard sometimes. And just to know that you're not alone and that you are loved. It makes all the difference, you know? So, me and my ADHD rambling self is going to close this. But, just know that you are so, and just add a million, billion, quadrillion, gazillion, endless amount of so's to that. So loved. So loved. More than you will ever be able to comprehend on this earth. And that you matter. You matter so much. And your life matters so much. Thank you guys for watching my thoughts and my feelings on being different and on love. And I hope that you all have an amazing day and take all this love that I have to offer y'all. And I will see y'all next time. God bless you guys, and know that God loves you so, so, so much too. God loves you more than anybody ever could. God bless and have a wonderful day.